Well, good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, depending on when you're watching this, and welcome to Crossroads Community News. I'm joined alongside, as always, by Pastor Mick, and then we have a special guest this week in Worship Pastor Steve Case. Now, this week is going to be an exciting one here at Crossroads. We are moving back into the newly revived, renovated space that a lot of us are used to worshiping in, but that we've had to change since COVID, but now we are headed back into that room and we will be able to have a lobby again. So we're super excited about that. But with more about that new space, that beautiful space that we're going into, I will turn it over to Pastor Mick on a little bit of the history of that room.
Yeah, we've been calling this Worship 2.0 here in the last few weeks. And the reality is it's probably like Worship 6.0 when it comes to over there. When we first started Crossroads 22 years ago, there was a lot of differences between the way it is now and the way it will be when you come in on Sunday morning and the way it was back then. There was a wall back there, and there was a library, and my office was back there, and we sat in pews rather than chairs. And then we decided we needed more space. We removed the wall, and we added just chairs just in the back, and then finally we removed all of the pews and put all chairs in. And things have changed in lighting and how we've used the space. It's been used for amazing stuff, including our musicals at Christmas and Easter and children's musicals and wow, just lots of stuff. So with that, let me just tell you, it's always been in process, and it will continue to do that.
Yeah.
You know, it's leading us now toward what's going to be when we open up these walls behind us and start in the brand new space.
Absolutely.
Maybe,
that room is certainly accustomed to change, and so this is just the next chapter in that long legacy that room has. So Steve, what are you most excited for when it comes to moving back into that new space?
I'm just excited that we're all going to be able to go back in there. It has gone through, like you said, so many changes, and we rehearsed in there last night with the team, and everybody is just stoked, just ready to go. It looks different, it feels different. Not totally different. You're not going to a different church, but in some ways it might feel that way. If you started coming here since we reopened last fall, you've only known this lobby. But now we're going back into the former worship space with some new decorating going on, and it looks really good. Looks really awesome. I'm so excited to think that we're going to be able to not only minister to our own folks here and lead everyone together in worship, but all the new people that are going to be coming in to see what God's all about.
Yeah.
And these new surroundings are going to help them to do that. They're going to help them to kind of focus their mind and look for God to be at work in their own lives because of what we sing about, what we preach about. Both of you guys, that's on you. And but you know, these gray walls behind me here, they have done their job for the time being. But we're about to move into a space that, gosh, goes back to 1965?
Yeah.
When it was built, and now we're just going to be able to take it to the next level and ramp it up once again. We're just super excited about it.
That's awesome. So I'll put this one out to both of you. What would you say your vision is for that new space in this next season of its life?
Well, for me, because of the changes, and for the older generation, some of them are going to go in there and go, what is this? You know, I don't know if I like this. And I would say be patient, because every church is only one generation away from dying. If we miss a generation in reaching them with the gospel, then we're going to be a church that is in the process of dying. And this is a way for us to stay revived, to stay alive in the next generation. And this next generation, Generation Z, is leaving the church and leaving religion in general in droves. And to create a space that says to them, you matter enough to us that we're going to tailor what we do to speak to you in a way that you can hear more easily. And so that's exciting to me, because basically I see that space and that time that we spend on Sunday mornings is a time that we can convey God's love to other people and create a meeting place for them to experience who God is, not only for those who haven't experienced him, but those who already know him, to come into his presence and to experience God, to further relationships with God.
That's awesome. Steve, what about you?
I'm remembering these two conversations that I had. One was with my son Mike, and one was with our video guy Peter. And I had this view in my mind of what I thought things ought to look like.
Yeah.
And I said, guys, I got something to show you. And I showed him a video of a brightly lit stage, and everything looked just perfect the way I thought it ought to look. Well, then, as soon as I showed him that, I mean, not 5 seconds went by when they both just shook their heads. Oh no. Wait, what do you mean? This looks great. Well, then I said, okay, show me what you would like it to look like. And they took me to another website, another church, where it was a lot different and darker, and it was a lot of things that were different that I wouldn't have chosen. And yet, for both of them, they said, "Oh yeah, this is what it looks like." I mentioned to another woman who is closer to my age, and I said, "This is what we're trying to do: is create this other kind of ambiance." And she just started shaking her head. "Oh gosh, no." And then she goes, "But my daughter would love that."
Yeah.
And her daughter's about 20, 22. And so that's the thing. We're creating this new space for the up and coming generation.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, I'm excited about it. We're all excited about it here. I think it's going to be a great week this Sunday. You're not going to want to miss it. We are purposefully not in there right now because we want you to walk in on Sunday and just be wowed by what a lot of people have been working very hard to get ready. And it's just the beginning. So we will see you next time. But until then, this has been Crossroads Community News, and we will see you later.